Well, you got guys fighting between 130, 135, and 140. They stack, around that area. So, I mean, the two guys, well, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis.
Mm-hmm.
But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
Skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Like, nobody. Like, I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like, if I'm on my game, skill wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. No.
Floyd Mayweather has spoken in detail about why Gervonta Davis would struggle to defeat Shakur Stevenson. According to Floyd, Shakur stands as the most complete fighter in his division, combining elite defensive awareness with exceptional timing. He believes these attributes give Stevenson the ability to neutralize Tank's explosive offense and ultimately outclass him over the course of a fight.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. He's asking, can he fight?
Stevenson himself has made it clear that his confidence is at an all-time high heading into a potential clash with Davis. He has repeatedly stated that he doesn't just see himself winning, but dominating the matchup, pointing to his superior ring IQ, composure, and technical skill set as the key factors that would separate him from Tank inside the ring.
You and Tank is a fight that should happen. It absolutely should happen, and I believe it will. I mean, you guys are both in charge of your career. I think it's a good style matchup. Like you said, the networks are out of the way. The promoters are out of the way. He's flexible, you're flexible. I don't see why it wouldn't happen.
It's the best versus the best.
Absolutely right.
Let's make best fight in boxing.
And when you guys meet, how does that fight play out?
Man, I ain't gonna give you no game.
You think I'm gonna jump on the phone with Tank right after?
No, I would tell you this. I'm gonna come out victorious.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I stand.
Many analysts across the boxing world are now suggesting that the long-awaited showdown between Davis and Stevenson is finally inching closer to becoming reality. Reports indicate that discussions are gaining serious momentum, with some insiders believing that the mega fight could take place later in the year if negotiations and scheduling align properly.
As reports are coming out and debates are taking place about Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis fight in September.
Shakur has gone as far as calling this potential about the biggest fight in boxing today. In his view, it's the kind of matchup that could define an era, bringing massive global attention and elevating both fighters' legacies and
very
sport.
Confident. I know that Tank tired of me talking, so if he tired of me talking, shut me up. So
he won't even say your name. I hear he won't even say your name.
Yeah, he won't even say my name right now. So I mean, let him come shut me up. Let's see what he really want to do. I mean, I think he's confident in his abilities. I'm very confident in my abilities. So it gotta happen. It's the biggest fight in all the sports. I think that's the Super Bowl right there.
I could not agree more with you. How do you think it would go? Do you put him down? Do you beat him on the cards? How do you think it would wind up?
I ain't gonna say my game plan. I'm gonna keep it to myself. I know he's strategizing already. I'm strategizing, and I'm very focused. Like, I'm so focused right now. People don't understand how I feel. So all I'm thinking about is boxing. All that's on my mind is boxing. Man. I'm coming.
In a previous interview with TMZ, Stevenson emphasized that a fight with Tank carries far more weight than a bout with Devin Haney. He explained that the Davis fight brings unmatched hype and significance, and believes it's the kind of contest that defines greatness and determines who truly rules the lightweight division.
It seems like people want to see you and Devin fight, and do that soon.
I think both fights is the fights. I think both fights is great fights. Honestly, I think me and Tank is like a bigger fight, but I think me and Dev is like the fight where I could establish who I am as a fighter.
Stevenson has also expressed deep appreciation for Mayweather's support. He has highlighted that their connection goes beyond boxing, viewing Floyd not just as a legend but as a mentor and genuine friend. Shakur often credits Mayweather's experience and knowledge as a major influence on his growth, both professionally and personally.
I feel as though I appreciate them guys. I appreciate them. I really don't even look at them like how everybody else look at them. I look at them
friends.
Yeah, like it's like cool people.
What's the sort of last couple from me? What's the sort of best bit of advice he's given? You've obviously got so many people you can call on. You're in a very fortunate position like that. You've got a strong team. What's the sort of best bit of advice he's given you in this game?
A lot of advice he would give me is like boxing related. He always want to show me like little tricks and little things that I could take with me. And that's why I feel heavy, because a lot of people be hating on him, but they don't understand he really like a real dude. And you know, it's even crazier. A lot of people be seeing him like when he around, he come with like 15, 16 people. I swear he had to be at the gym with like 2 or 3 people chilling. It was a normal vibe for him. It was regular. He was comfortable, and I think that side of Floyd, I think that's the side that I like.
Everyone's just got off in London, so we don't need to go into the fight too much. We'll be out there in Saudi Arabia. We'll catch up further then. Appreciate
Oscar
that.
Valdez, the WBC super featherweight champion, has also weighed in on the potential matchup. While he acknowledges that Stevenson has the tools to beat Davis, he still leans slightly toward Tank as a more dangerous and impactful fighter overall.
Is Shakur the guy that beats Gervonta, in your opinion?
No, it's a tough one because Tank carries a punch, but if you're gonna knock somebody out, you gotta first hit him. And Shakur is very difficult to hit. He's always a step away. Shakur. What can I say? People saw the fight. I gave my best, and try to land those shots is not easy. And even if you land those shots, it's in a defensive way where he's kind of backing up and you can't get with a clean shot.
A fight between Davis and Stevenson has the potential to transform Shakur into a global superstar overnight. A victory over a name like Tank would instantly elevate his profile, expand his fan base worldwide, and solidify his position among boxing's elite. It would also likely generate massive pay-per-view success and mainstream recognition.
Because Shakur Stevenson he's just not a big star, but he can be a big star if he fights somebody like Gervonta Davis. That's the ticket for him right there. Is the fight between him and the guy that's the most popular guy in that weight class, or anybody below Canelo Alvarez, really.
One of the main reasons analysts believe this fight is now more realistic is due to the weakening of traditional promotional and political barriers. These obstacles have historically prevented major fights from happening, but recent changes in the boxing landscape suggest those restrictions are no longer as dominant as they once were.
Now, so let me bridge into this conversation why I think this fight can happen. Because these guys' backing is gone. I mean, like, look at the people that have been really supporting and truly supporting behind the media push in boxing, behind a lot of the fights and a lot of the stuff over the last 10 years. It's Daniel Kinahan, the international crime boss, and his front man, my personal opinion, his front man, Turki Al-Sheikh, who put an aura of legitimacy around the actions of Daniel Kinahan, right? So now you see, but what happened to these guys? They're gone. They're gone. Daniel Kinahan got arrested after Mohammed bin Salman now says that he's going to be pulling his money from sports, like coincidentally, right? Coincidentally, the big money launderer, the big arms dealer, the big, DRUG dealer gets arrested right around the same time that these guys say, I don't think we can put this money through sports anymore.
Terrence Crawford has openly praised Stevenson's unique skill set, describing him as one of the most technically advanced fighters in the sport. He highlights Shakur's defensive brilliance, movement, and high-level boxing IQ as qualities that make him extremely difficult to face. Crawford even suggests that many fighters hesitate to fight Stevenson not just out of fear, but because of the stylistic nightmare he presents. His ability to control distance and shut down opponents makes him a high-risk, low-reward challenge for anyone in the division.
There's a reason why certain fighters didn't want to take the chance to step in the ring with this fighter. He's great. A lot of people started saying, he's a runner, he's this, he's that, just to detour people from being excited to see him fight because he's not knocking people out and all that crazy stuff. But they would see why people really don't want to get in the ring with him come tomorrow.
I know you've shared the ring with him, sparring plenty of times. What makes Shakur Stevenson great? What makes him different? What makes him, I don't want to say ilk of yourself, but in the same kind of era, the Buck Crawford era, he's got a Shakur Stevenson era.
Everything. The offense, the defense, the poise, the rhythm, the distance, the timing, punch placement, the react time. Like, I can go on and on.
Greg Hackett has sparked debate by addressing why Davis has yet to face Stevenson. He argues that the situation is far more complex than simple avoidance. According to Hackett, factors such as boxing politics, timing, and financial strategy play a major role. He pointed out that Davis has been pursuing high-revenue opportunities, including a proposed bout with Jake Paul, which was seen as more of a business-driven spectacle. Hackett emphasized that promotional alignments and career planning often delay elite fights, even when fans demand them.
Would you say number 2, not fight Shakur?
Yeah, he's saying he'll never fight Shakur, that he ain't gonna do him no favors, that he ain't gonna help him make no money because Shakur broke or something like that. Something along those lines.
Yeah, I don't get all that. That's, you know what I mean, that's against the game. Like, you know what I mean? You at least owe that fight for the game. You know what I mean? You owe the rematch to Lamont for the game. But you owe Shakur for the game just because of the 2 style matchups, you know what I mean? But if he feel like he don't gotta fight him, guess what? We can't sit here and just go crazy about it. But it is kind of crazy. It is kind of corny, you know what I'm saying? If he not gonna fight Shakur, and if he's standing on it like, I'm not ever gonna fight you, I'm not doing you no favors, all right. But then again, you know what? I don't know what them guys got going on. I don't know what they've been through personally, you know what I'm saying? But would I love to see that fight? Hell yeah, I would love to see that.
For years, fans have been calling for a Davis versus Stevenson showdown, labeling it one of the most exciting fights that can be made. The contrast in styles, a devastating power puncher versus a slick defensive technician, makes it especially compelling. Stevenson himself has repeatedly pushed for the fight, even stating that he would delay other opportunities just to secure a bout with Tank.
What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fight?
Man, Tank, disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. And he called cap on it. So if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it. I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
When Davis initially announced a fight with Jake Paul, which was later canceled, many fans reacted with disappointment. Critics argued that he had chosen a safer, more commercially appealing option instead of facing elite competition like Stevenson. Social media was filled with claims that the decision looked like a move away from a high-risk, high-reward fight that the boxing world had been demanding for years.
Dr. Shakur, obviously you are a student of boxing. You love this sport. I mean, when you hear this today on social media or wherever you happen to get the news, were you like, what? Like, can that actually be, man?
Nah, I'm not shocked. I mean, his last fight when he fought Lamont, Jake Paul was at the fight. He told y'all he was going to fight somebody like Jake Paul. So I'm not shocked. It don't surprise me. So,
you know, Shakur, Jake, when he fought Mike Tyson, he was 227 pounds. He was 199 and like 199 point something his last fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He hasn't been only boxing for a couple of years. He's 12-1. Tank Davis obviously been boxing his whole life. He's 30-0-1. He's knocked everybody out except for 3 opponents in his life. But at what point does size matter so much, though, where it can't be overcome, Shakur? And is it in this case here when you've got what is like a 70-pound difference between these two guys?
I mean, size will play some part of the fight, but if I'm thinking like I'm Tank, I'm probably just gonna go out there and try to outbox him and use my knowledge and IQ against him. So I can see Tank just outboxing him and making it real easy.
Is there any way any realistic or legitimate way in your mind you could see Jake Paul winning a fight against Tank?
No.
No way.
Nope.
Despite the backlash at the time, Davis remained unfazed by the criticism. During a press event promoting the matchup, he dismissed negative reactions, stating that he doesn't pay attention to public opinion or social media narratives. He made it clear that fans often change their views quickly and that he refuses to let outside noise dictate his career decisions. Even after the fight was canceled, his stance fueled further debate. with supporters praising his confidence while critics continue to question his priorities.
Gervonta, a lot of boxing fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the road rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? Can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? He won, right? But how you look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. That's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on him. Like it turned from love to hate.
As discussions continue, the potential showdown between Stevenson and Davis remains one of the most talked about yet elusive fights in boxing. Stevenson firmly believes his defensive mastery, precision, and ring intelligence would give him the advantage in a high-level tactical battle. He has also described the fight as capable of breaking major pay-per-view records and capturing global attention. However, both fighters are still focused on their individual career paths, which means despite all the hype, may still be some distance away from becoming a reality.
There's a gun in your head. When are we gonna see the Shakur tanks, the Shakur Devin, the Devin tanks?
There's only one fight that is really
the one.
Like, if we were like gonna be for real about it, like,
keep it on. What's the fight?
My opinion, because we talking about like skill and like boxing, like all around boxing, right?
Yeah.
Because we ain't talking about somebody that just got a good jab or what.
Yeah.
We talking about like all around.
Do everything.
Yeah, boxing.
Yeah.
Me and Tank the biggest fight.
That's the one.
It's the biggest fight in the world.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be the biggest boxing fight in the world when it happens.
Y'all, what you think? Like 147, 140?
Nah, hell no.
135?
35, 40, I don't know. I could see it happening not too far in the future.
Really?
Yeah. I think Tank will sign that contract.
Dang.
And I'm going to sign a contract too, so it's
like, you gonna get it on.
What do you think? Should Tank finally step in the ring with Shakur Stevenson? Or is there still more to prove before this fight happens? Drop your thoughts below.